Hello and welcome to Wild Diaries. I'm Ben Waddams and this week the snow is falling. Tracking animals can be difficult at the best of times. Late autumn and early winter can help a little with that. And I'm not talking about the snow. I'm after a very special kind of creature. Being on the bank, you won't find it here, but you might find evidence of its #1 predator. Just under the bridge here, I've stumbled across a murder scene. Otter tracks, and next to them, a very interesting sign that another animal was once here. Half a dozen eggs. But they do not, of course, belong to any bird or even reptile. They're fish eggs. However, most fish eggs are tiny. If these are fish eggs, then the species they once belonged to must have been very large indeed. But to find it, I'm going to have to head downstream to a weir on the River Severn. Here, at this time of year, it's possible to catch a glimpse of this enigmatic fish as it battles its way upstream to its spawning grounds high up in the Welsh hills. It's the king of the Severn. In fact, it's the king of all fish. It is, of course, the mighty salmon. It's a sad fact that almost every fish that passes this point will die when they reach their destination. They will simply be so exhausted from their efforts that they will give up the will to live. However, when you see them jumping like this, there is surely no more glorious or heroic a death that any animal can achieve. That literally puts their lives on the line for the sake of the life of their offspring. Weirs, like this one, are serious obstacles to salmon and other fish. But help is on hand. There are people and organisations who are trying to aid in the salmon's plight. One way to do it is to install fish ladders, like this one, upstream on a tributary of the Severn. This will ease their passage upriver to the shallow redds, where they will spawn. But for a handful of individuals, there is an even luckier escape. Occasionally, salmon are caught from the fish ladders and selected to breed at a hatchery, and it's these fish that I hope to meet up close and personal, but not here. The snow is getting thicker, and that's because I'm heading uphill, up valley, and up to a very important place indeed. A place called Clywedog, or the Clywedog Dam to be precise. And it's there that I hope to be introduced to the salmon. I'm here at the Welsh Environment Agency to see something rather special. And there are a lot more of those eggs.
Probably ready, not far from being on the par stage.
Okay. So how old is this one?
These are all 12 months.
All 12 months.
Oh yeah,
So some of them are growing
these would be last year's eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you take the big ones, grow them on, move them on to February, whatever. Yeah. And then carry on grading them until you get certain size too, and then push them out in March. Yeah, push them out. Then you can have the living fish out.
Wow.
See, the fish has been stripped.
She's been stripped.
Been stripped.
Okay.
Her belly's gone thin.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's been stripped, but you can see the colour of that fish.
Wow, that is beautiful. Wow. What a beautiful animal.
Eh? King of the river, isn't they?
Yep. King of all fish.
Yeah, they're unbelievable fish.
Gosh, look at that.
You'll see that and the kite.
The kite on the front.
Yeah. And that's how they change their nose.
This picture here.
Yeah, and their nose changes well shape.
Oh,
They
does
like
it?
the same, yeah, the name, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
Oh,
tell
you mean the females are more rounded like
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
And the males are more elongated?
Yeah, yeah, no. It
Wow.
seems to grow more when you start to get more maturity.
Right. Look at those colours though, they're so vivid, aren't they? Battle colours.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. The tanks covered all the stages of development a salmon goes through in its first year. But I was here to see perhaps the last stage in a salmon's life. Here's how it's done in the wild. The female has dug her red out of the gravel of the bottom of the stream. The male lines up with her, she lays her eggs whilst he simultaneously fertilises them with his sperm. Other males then rush in, but by and large they're too late. Fertilisation has already taken place. The female then comes back over and in front of her clutch and fans her tail, thrashing it against the bottom and covering her eggs. But at the hatchery, the males and females have to be induced. This process is called stripping.
She's relaxed now.
Yep. You can see how much of that weight and that body mass is eggs. The highly technical bit.
This is the technical bit, eh?
Brian the midwife.
For a minute.
Great.
There's a salmon strip for
Thank you very much. Well done. You may not think that those fish were lucky, but they certainly are. After their stripping, they are put back into their respective tanks and left to recover. The Environment Agency will take them all the way back downriver to within touching distance of the ocean. There, some of the males will return back upstream, but almost all the females will return to sea and live to breed another year. A very lucky few indeed.